Thank you again, brothers and sisters. I greet you in Jesus' mighty name. And today I would like to emphasize three things which are very crucial in your journey with God. Faith, hope, and love. If you do have these three things, you will conquer the world. Because the world is a difficult place to be. Life is so difficult. But if you do have these three things in God, I'm telling you, you will conquer the world and you will walk in your journey with God. And remember, we do not walk by sight, we walk by faith. So these three things, it's faith, hope, and love. These three things, they will remain. If you have faith, it shows that you do have a strong belief and a relationship with God. And that relationship, no one can demolish it if you're the one who's having faith towards God. If you're the one who's having a good relationship with God. Whether things are happening, whether things are not happening. Whether you have received those things you have asked for, those children you have been praying for, that job, the car, the house, your dream house, everything. Whether you have received them or not. But if you have a faith and a strong relationship in God, you will remain. And secondly, it's hope. Hope, it's a joyful confidence while you're still expecting God to answer you in some of the things. Yes, you should have hope. And when you're having hope, it doesn't mean you should be sad. Be joyful, my brother. Be joyful, my sister. While you're still waiting, God, have hope. Even in that situation, even in that shack, even if you're still walking, going to the taxi, using a public transport, have hope in God. And if you have hope, hope doesn't kill. And lastly is love. Love, love, love. I've emphasized love always. Love is a strong affection towards God and man. Not only loving the things that you have, but firstly loving God and loving your neighbors you love yourself. Loving your brother and loving someone. Loving a human being. Knowing that a human being has been created in God's image. Whether that human being is in Europe, is in Africa, is in Asia, is in wherever that human being can be. If you love that person, you know that you're loving God. Because what's the use of you saying you love God, why you do not love someone that you can see and God you can't see? So if you do have these three things, you will remain in God. Your journey with God is going to be a good journey. Whether things are happening, whether people they see that you are blessed or not blessed, but your journey, it will be a good journey with God. Because difficulties, they will have to come. Troubles, they will have to come. Trials and tribulation, all those things, they will have to come. Because we're living in the world. And life on its own is difficult. It's a difficult journey. Anyone can tell you, life is a difficult journey. The poor, the rich, those who are successful, those who are not, they can tell you life is a difficult journey. So, I'd like to emphasize those three things. It's faith, it's hope, and love. And mostly, the most important thing that I emphasize is love. Because what's the use of you praying in tongues, but then you don't have love? What's the use of that? What's the use of fasting if you don't have love? If you don't have hope? What's the use of worshiping? So I don't despise those things. You can pray, you can fast, you can worship. But most importantly, you should have faith in God. Your relationship must be strong with God. And secondly, hope. Have hope in God. Joyfully so, with confidence. Never lose the confidence in God. Never, ever, ever. And lastly, love. Never lose love of loving God. Never of loving someone. And there are people, there's a saying that say, you have to be kind, be ready to be kind to everyone. Kind is part of love. So be kind to people, love God. And most important thing, have faith, hope, and love in God. And if you have those things, three things, nothing will move you from your salvation. You will remain whether things are happening or are not happening. And you must always remember, God also loves you. And don't forget to subscribe in my videos. I love you and God love you. Cheers.